In this video series, we are going to study science chapters of grade 10 SEE exams. Now we are going to discuss questions of your board exam, previous board exam, that is SEE 2075. So in the previous part, we discussed answers of group A, 1 mark questions. Now we are going to discuss questions of group B, 2 mark questions. Yes, now the question number 2 here. When a man travels from hilly region to Tarai region, what will happen to his weight? Explain with reason. When a man travels from hilly region to Tarai region, this is hill and to Tarai region, hill and Tarai. Okay, the weight of the man increases because the value of R will be less. Okay, this is radius R, and when the man is on the hill, R is longer. Okay, so from this equation, G proportional to 1 by R square, when R becomes small, G becomes greater. No, so R is smaller and G is greater. So R is getting smaller over here, so G will be greater. According to this formula, W equal to mg. When G is greater, weight will be greater. No, so R is smaller because the person is coming towards Tarai, where the value of R is lesser, and R is getting smaller, so G gets bigger. When G is bigger, weight is bigger according to this equation, right? So you have to use two equations in your answer. The weight of a person increases. Yes, the weight of the man becomes more in Tarai region than in hilly region. That should be your answer. Now question number 3. An object weighs 20 Newton in air and 60 Newton in liquid. Then answer the following questions. 20 Newton in air, 60 Newton in liquid. What is the upthrust of the liquid on the object? So here answer number 2. Yes, 20 Newton in air and 60 Newton in liquid. Right? Difference is 4 Newton. Okay, subtracting 60 Newton from 20 Newton, difference is 4 Newton. So when the object is placed in liquid, okay, upthrust given to it is 4 Newton by the liquid. Okay, so the object is placed in liquid. Okay, so 4 Newton upthrust is given to it. That is why its weight is only 16 Newton in the liquid. Otherwise its actual weight is 20 Newton in air. Right, so the weight lost is 4 Newton over here. The body weighs only 16 Newton. Apparent weight is only 16 Newton. So 4 Newton weight has been lost. Okay, so what is the upthrust of the liquid on the object? So upthrust is equal to weight lost by the body, that is 4 Newton. Okay, 4 Newton weight has been given to the object by the liquid, that is upthrust. Okay, so upthrust equal to 4 Newton. Here weight lost equal to 4 Newton, so upthrust is 4 Newton because 4 Newton weight is given by the liquid to the object. Yes, and what is the weight of displaced liquid? Write with reason. Weight of displaced liquid will be equal to upthrust. This is equal to weight of displaced liquid. Okay, upthrust is equal to weight of displaced liquid according to Archimedes principle. Upthrust is equal to displaced liquid, weight of displaced liquid, right? So over here, what did you understand? Weight lost equal to upthrust, and upthrust equal to weight of displaced liquid. Okay, so this is your answer. Both are 4 Newton, 4 Newton. Weight of displaced liquid 4 Newton, upthrust 4 Newton. Now question number 4. Write any two differences between fossil fuel and biofuel. Fossil fuel and biofuel. Differences between fossil fuel and biofuel. Fossil fuel and biofuel. Yes, fossil fuel is non-renewable source of energy. non-renewable source of energy, whereas biofuel is renewable source of energy, right? Fossil fuel is non-renewable energy because it takes millions of years to be formed, right? Whereas biofuel can be replaced on regular basis, right? So this keeps happening regularly, okay, because biofuel are made from plants and animals organic materials found on the surface of the earth, whereas fossil fuel is made from fossils, and fossils are formed deep inside the earth under extreme temperature and pressure, right? So this way, non-renewable source of energy fossil fuel, renewable source of energy biofuel. Fossil fuel takes millions of years to be formed. Biofuels uh, biofuels does not take that long period to be formed, okay? So biofuels are formed on regular intervals on the surface of the earth. So this is your answer. And fossil fuel require special conditions like extreme temperature and pressure deep inside the earth to be formed, whereas biofuels can be formed under ordinary conditions of the atmosphere on the surface of the earth. So this can be the differences, okay? Write the easy ones. Now next question is, during the winter animals sit into curl. Why? Animals are they curl up during winter time because in order to expose less surface area of their body to the cold, okay, they curl up their body, right? So if they remain in curled up condition, then less surface area will get exposed to the cold environment, okay? And if less surface area is exposed to the cold environment, less amount of heat will be will be lost from the body. Less amount of heat will be lost from the body, right? So in order to retain body heat, okay, animals sit into curl position in winter. This is your answer. Now write down the differences between group 1a and group 7a elements. Group 1a and 7a elements. 1a element and 7a elements. Okay, so 1a elements are most reactive metals. These are most reactive non-metals, okay? Most reactive metals. Most reactive metals. Okay, whereas these are most reactive non-metals. Most reactive non-metals. Right? Okay, and 1a elements have only one valence electron in their atom. One valence electron in their atom. Yes, whereas 7a elements have 7 valence electron in their atoms. Right? Group 1a elements have only one valence electron in their atom. Group 7a elements have 7 valence electrons in their atoms. Okay, so these are the differences. And if you have to write more group 1a elements, the reactivity increases as you move down the group in 1a element, whereas in 7a element reactivity decreases while moving down the group. These are the differences. Now question number 7. Write the given word equation into formula equation. Zinc plus sulfuric acid. Look at this question. Question number 7. Zinc plus sulfuric acid equal to zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. And now you have to write this in formula equation. Right? You have to make it formula equation. Zinc plus sulfuric acid and zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. So this is formula equation. Zn, one Zn, we'll check whether this balance or not. H2, SO4, SO4. So this is balanced chemical equation. Zn plus S2, SO4, Zn, SO4 plus H2. Now another one is limestone is heated, okay, and quicklime plus carbon dioxide. These are limestone is calcium carbonate. CaCO3 gives quicklime calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide CO2. Right? So again check whether the equation is balanced or not balanced. Calcium 1 1, C carbon 1 1, okay. O3 O3 here, 2 oxygen plus 1 oxygen 3. So this is also balanced chemical equation. So CaCO3 equal to CaO plus CO2. CO2, right? So this is chemical equation. Now question number 8, write any two chemical properties of base with formula equation. So properties of base with formula equation, this is question number 8. Okay? Now the most easy one is sodium hydroxide, strong alkali, reacts with HCl, hydrochloric acid, right? So it forms NaCl plus H2O. This is acid base reaction, okay, neutralization reaction. Sodium hydroxide plus HCl gives sodium chloride, salt plus water. This is one. And another one is chemical equation for base. Now you have studied laboratory preparation of ammonia gas, which you know, okay. So write the same equation for this: ammonium chloride plus calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide is a base, okay, it is a strong base, calcium hydroxide. It forms calcium chloride plus water plus ammonia, right? This is the laboratory preparation of ammonia gas. So you know this equation, so write the same equation: calcium hydroxide reacts with ammonium salt to form ammonia, to give ammonia gas. Okay, so this equation you can write, and otherwise you can write this one: calcium hydroxide, which is lime water. Calcium hydroxide is given carbon dioxide continuously. Carbon dioxide is introduced to lime water continuously. Milky white color lime water, which is milky white color right now, it becomes clear CaCO3, clear solution, CaCO3 plus water. This is also common chemical equation, CaCO3 okay, balanced chemical equation. Okay, so among these three you can write any two, 1 2 3, write any two, whichever you find easy. This is the most easy, and you already learned this in laboratory preparation of ammonia gas. Then this one is also common one. Okay, so two chemical properties of base with formula equations. So this is the answer. Now question number 9. Question number 9, write two reasons that compost fertilizer is better than chemical fertilizer. Compost fertilizer is better than chemical fertilizer because compost fertilizer retain natural fertility of the soil. Retain natural fertility of the soil. Natural fertility of the soil. Okay, retains natural fertility of the soil, and it nurtures useful animals like earthworm and insects, okay, other insects, right? And compost fertilizer help in retaining water in the soil. It helps in retaining water because it contains humus. Okay, it is made up of decaying plants, mostly plants and animals. That is why it helps in retaining water. It makes soil sticky, and it helps in retaining water, storing water in the soil. Okay, so two advantages of compost fertilizer over chemical fertilizers are: number 1, retains natural fertility of the soil, okay, by nurturing animals like useful animals like earthworm, and number 2, helps in retaining or restoring water in the soil because it contains humus, which makes the soil sticky. Okay, and number 10 now, write two functions of medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata is the base part of the brain. Yes, supposing this is brain, yes, rough diagram. Supposing this is brain, medulla oblongata is right over here at the bottom. This is cerebrum, this is cerebellum, this is medulla oblongata. Yes, so medulla oblongata is the bridge between spinal cord and cerebrum and cerebellum. Okay, bridge between spinal cord and rest part of the brain, right? Bridge between this one. So medulla oblongata help in carrying impulses from spinal cord to the brain. Okay, another function is it controls involuntary actions of the body. Involuntary actions like heart beating and breathing. Heart beating and breathing are involuntary actions. There are many other involuntary actions like blinking, sneezing, coughing, okay, and heart beating, okay, beating of heart and breathing, these are very important. So these are controlled by medulla oblongata, okay. And another one is medulla oblongata carries impulses from spinal cord to the rest part of the brain like cerebellum and cerebrum, okay. These are two functions of medulla oblongata. Now write two differences between pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein. Pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein, this is number 11. Pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein, okay. Pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood. All the arteries carry pure blood, but there is only one artery which carries impure blood, that is pulmonary artery, deoxygenated blood. Whereas vein, all the veins carry deoxygenated blood. There is only one vein which carries oxygenated blood, that is pulmonary vein, okay. Oxygenated blood, right. Pulmonary artery carries blood from right ventricle to the lungs. Supposing this is lungs, this is the diagram of lungs, okay, rough. This is right ventricle. Pulmonary artery arises from here and it goes to lungs this way, right. Whereas pulmonary vein arises from lungs and it comes to heart this way, okay. So pulmonary artery carries blood from deoxygenated blood from right ventricle to the lungs, whereas pulmonary vein carries blood from lungs to left auricle. Left auricle, this one is left auricle, this is right auricle, this is right ventricle, this is left ventricle, okay. So pulmonary artery carries oxygenated blood, it carries deoxygenated blood from right ventricle to the lungs. Pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood and it carries oxygenated blood from lungs to left auricle. These are the two differences. Now describe the process of sex determination. Process of sex determination. So we'll do it in next page. Process of sex determination. So for sex determination okay, male and female, you have to give a small explanation for this one, right. So male is 44 plus XY, heterogametic. Female is homogametic, 44 plus XX, right, homogametic. Now male produces two types of gamete, X and Y, right. Female produces two types of gamete, X and X, right. During fertilization, this fuses with this one, it produces this individual. This fuses with this one, it produces this individual. This fuses with this one, this produces this individual. This fuses with this one, this produces this individuals, right. So 4 individuals are produced over here, babies, okay. Now these are homogametic, female baby, okay. These are heterogametic male babies. There are 50-50 chances of male babies as well as female babies, okay. 50% female babies, 50% male babies, okay. So this is sex determination, 50-50 chances of male and female. You have to give little bit explanation over here. And this fusion occurs during fertilization, okay. One sperm fuses with the ovum, one ovum. So this is sex determination, okay. Now next is number 13. Now we are in number 13. Okay, let's see on the next page. Okay, now can you see the question? Now this one, when a pure pea plant with red flower is crushed with pure pea plant with white flower. Pure red flower, pure white flower crushed. What will be the characteristics of offspring in the first filial generation? Explain with reason. Now over here, this is question number 13, right? So parents pure red and pure white, right? Now pure red is denoted by RR, pure white is denoted by small r, right? Now crushing is done, cross fertilization is done between them, and the produce offsprings will be capital R, small r. This is hybrid red. This is hybrid red. This is F1 generation, first filial generation. So offsprings of first filial generation are hybrid red. Okay, so or you can show it this way also, R R. Okay, small r, small r. Yes, this fuses with this one, R R. This fuses with this one, R R. Again this fuses with this one, R R. This fuses with this one, R R. So all are hybrid red. All are hybrid red, first filial generation. Okay, you have to give a small explanation over here. According to law of dominance, pure red will express itself because all the offsprings are hybrid red, whereas pure white remains hidden in F1 generation because it is a recessive character. So this is the law of dominance. Law of dominance is explained in this cross, first filial generation of monohybrid cross. Pure red is crossed with pure white. Okay, only hybrid red individuals will be produced, whereas pure white character remains hidden in F1 generation. So this should be the explanation. Okay, now question number 14, write any two reasons that life does not exist on the planet Mercury. Planet Mercury, the first planet of the solar system. In this planet life does not exist because the Mercury has extreme temperatures, like it has extreme high temperature as high as 427 degrees Celsius and as low as minus 117 degrees Celsius. Okay, or if you do not remember these temperature scales, then you can write extreme high or extreme low temperature, right? And another one is there is no atmosphere on planet Mercury because of extreme temperature. Atmosphere cannot be formed on Mercury, so there is no atmosphere, there is no oxygen, so living things or life cannot exist on the planet Mercury. So these are the explanation of group B questions. Now we'll do group C in the next part.